Well, so if I'm able to factor that into consideration, then I'm able to identify the direction of the market for today. Now, for instance, let's look at BTC US. Now, BTC finally moved from our point of concentration, which is on the top of the zone at 17,000. So the question is that, is this the journey? Will you also be waiting, hoping that some miracle should come for BTC to fall down? Well, those who stayed in the class for the beginning, I believe we can see what I'm also seeing. And those who buy when it was around 17, 18, 19,000, congratulations, because your 30% or your 50% that you're supposed to put in would have been doing well. Okay, now, I was actually reading some courses and I discovered some nice informations about support and resistance, but I won't share it today. Maybe I may not share it. Now, so based on this move, we have a point of concentration here, which means that BTC is trying to work on channel basis. So if it is going to respect channel up, it means that we'll get an impulse move up to 23,000 or a little bit of, yeah, so 23,000 range. Maximum it should push to is 24,000. And at that point, it will come back to the level it broke, this particular level. Or it will push it up and test this whole area, this whole zone, 23,500. It will test all those zones. Then push down and then keep going up. And I said it that a lot of people are going to miss the journey of BTC. I don't know if you will wait to buy it at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. See, now when it comes to trading, I always use the mistakes I made every day to correct you guys. One of the mistakes is that you do the analysis and then you will doubt yourself. So you have people around you who believe in you more than yourself. They will take the trade and make money, but they won't give you some too. They won't give you some either. So what we have to understand is that when it comes to those things, we have to look at it from one point. 1 minute, please. So I bought few dollars and I'm not really looking at cashing out now. I'm expecting somewhere I'm expecting it to go as long as it will go. Now, buying BTC now is more or less like investing in BTC 2009. Yes, that's the truth, because now that market has finally done the major correction, we have to now look at it. So if you didn't buy BTC at the beginning here, you didn't buy it here, then there's no need buying it after the next impulse move. Because the next impulse move can break this rally, 1 and 2. Sorry, can break 1 and 2, this level. What if you wake up tomorrow and BTC creates this sharp move, test, and just jump to 30,000? Okay, that is why we train risk management always, whether it's a trading, holding, that's investing. That's what we teach dollar cost averaging as well. Okay, so it goes beyond just following speculations, but technical analysis also play its roles. Okay, now let's say you want to trade BTC tomorrow. It is now 10. Is it 9? 9, sorry. So let's go to daily time frame. Now, this is a very nice technical analysis playing out here. Okay, so if BTC validates what I draw here, then it means that we are looking at a W formation. Okay, so if it's a W formation, then this is the first leg, this is the second leg, and then this is the confirmation before market start with the run. Okay, but if it is trying to do, I don't know, any other pattern formation or devalidated this setup, then we will then really have to analyze it again. But one of the points of concentration for me is my pin bar. You see that this is the candlestick. This is the candlestick, the red one, and then it gives me more than half of the candle on rejection. Before, there was another indecision here, and then the next day happened to be out, a bullish move. Now, those of you who rely on candlestick movement, you take these two candles into consideration and make the decision here. So at the end of the day, many people will be looking at these 4 candles. Okay, that means they saw this bullish move, then they saw this and saw this. So they are now going to, today, start of the day, they'll enter a sell here and they would have been making that profit. Okay, so how this particular candle, today's candle ends, determine how market will react tomorrow. How today's candle ends will determine how market condition will be tomorrow. Now, when we look at Friday, we have what's the name? Non-farm payroll. All right, sorry about that. I don't know. I went off a little. Okay, so please, I don't know the last thing you heard for the network took me off. Now, based on how this particular candle ends, that will give us the next direction. Now, it was Friday on this particular candle. It was 8th. And then we have some fundamental that push BTC to this level. Now, don't forget that fundamentals don't show direction of the market. Fundamentals don't show direction of the market, but they create volatility in the market. So technically, we can take off this particular candlestick and focus on this small one. But at the end of the day, that's the briefing after the fundamental analysis. That's on the 9th. And then we saw the bearish moment. Now, that fundamental only comes to give us a proper level of concentration into this zone. Okay, so personally, I gave a sell signal after the news. That's after NFP. Yes, I gave a sell signal after that. So anybody that made a decision without a tight stop loss would have been in profit now. Okay, so if you want to buy this asset, you look at how the daily time frame completes and then how it starts as well, and you can make your decision from there. So if technical analysis play out, then we are going to expect it to respect this level of concentration, which means that we are expecting to validate somewhere this level before I push it. Okay, but you know, it's BTC. Technical analysis might not really work. That's why day traders, swing traders will know how to get about it. But if you are the type who is holding for a very long time, you had the opportunity to buy it between 19th June and 30th June. So that is one that we have to understand when we are analyzing for the next day. What steps should we take to do technical analysis as beginners? What preparation should we make? Wow. Okay, Mr. Clean Heart. As a beginner, recently I was doing personal review of myself. Okay. Every day I check myself. If I lose a trade, what didn't I do right? If I win a trade, what do I do right? But what didn't I do right? Have I won the trade on luck? Do I understand why the trade goes well or didn't go well? Now, those two, the outcome of those answers gives me my next preparation. Now, I wouldn't say technical analysis. I would say risk management. Okay. A lot of people start forex trading just because someone told them there's money there. A lot of people want to trade forex because they want to have financial freedom. But are you actually ready for the challenge? Okay. Now, it's also easy to get signals these days, but it is not easy to manage your money. So the first thing you need to understand, even before technical analysis, as a beginner, is to know your numbers. Now, when I say your numbers, it means that your expenditure, okay? How much do you spend a day? So for instance, let's say I spend $50 a day. Let's say that's what I spend a day. The best thing I have to put in plan is that my stop loss should be $50 divided by 3, regardless the equity you are using to trade. Now, when I finished the course, I was like, this is those who start with me and I spoke about, we deal with the habit and need power, money routine, and all those stuff. In fact, I didn't watch all the videos. So as at yesterday, I revalued the $5,000 I spent on that course. So some of my VIP students have got that particular video on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Some of my VIP students caught that videos so that they will not make some mistakes. So you must know where you stand. You must know where you stand even before thinking of technical analysis. That's point number one. Point number two, you need to understand that what you like versus what you make is not the same. Then you must also stop the idea of I know. Anytime you go to class, for instance, there is some forest programs I go with the mindset that I don't know. Some crypto seminars I go with the mindset that I don't know. So I will hear all the information they will share. If there is any one I need to add to mine, I will add it. Then you must have a learning spirit. And then understand at least how to determine support and resistance. I will give some bonus one day based on how the class is flowing on the psychology behind support and resistance. You know, I realized that each day market dynamics teach lessons. Okay. You'll get to class, they will teach you support and resistance. They will teach you demand and supply. They will teach you order block strategy. But at the end of the day, you will still hit stop loss. You don't have a reason. You don't understand why market hit the stop loss. For instance, let's say BTC just dropped up to this level. And then it's now turning its direction. It's now turning its direction. Now, as it is turning direction, the question is where is it buying from? That is the point. Where is it buying from? Now, when you know where it is buying from, it will give you a reason of a support. Then if you know where it is going to, it will also give you a reason of a resistance. So currently, don't just go and draw a line at the top that this is a ceiling, this is a floor, all in the name of support and resistance. Market will squeeze you. Now, before I went back to read, to watch these videos and discover this, I entered a trade, and in the trade, I realized that I entered the trade too early. But I'm not ready to accept the loss. So it gets to a point I hedged. But at a point, I have to accept my losses, because I can't just be in the market thinking that it will reverse for no reason. Okay. So the most important thing is to understand why you even want to trade on the first place as a beginner. Then the last but not the least is learn to observe the market. You don't expect me to tell you certain things because some of the things I teach yesterday are obsolete. Okay, they are obsolete. But the most important thing is passion. Then you're able to spot the direction of the market. Okay, so those who came last week, unfortunately, I deleted all the analysis I've done because I was using the chart for something on Wednesday or so. So we actually forecast the direction of BTC. And the only rejection we are expecting is the lowest to fall into within this particular zone. So from this level 17,607 above is our first point of purchase. So we have actually understand. Now, if we're to be scalping, at least you should have come out of profit after this bullish move. If you are scalping, you should be able to come out of this trade on this bullish move before market makes some indecision move here. Then get your sell. Now, we're going to go into technical analysis very much. And my problem is that people are not attending the class regularly. Ami has been here. I've been learning from me since last year. A year now. Anytime I order Zoom, she will come. Some of you will go, come, go, come, go, come, come, go, and stuff. It means that you did not make your decision yet. So as a beginner, these are the preparations you have to make. Then please, it is not compulsory, but I think you need a mentor as well. You need someone to present your work to. Okay. Don't expect the person to add value to your life, but add value to that person's life instead. All right. So it's a little bit confusing, but look up to someone and make sure that person is ready to correct you. And you must also be ready to accept the correction. Okay. So for me, I have few mentors I look up to, but I'm also mentoring myself again. Now, if you can mentor yourself, it means that you have that acceptance spirit within your own self to watch out for what you didn't do right in the market. And then now we must also learn to have a trading plan. You must have a trading plan. You must have what will guide you on the journey. Why do people move $10 to $100 to $1,000 to $2,000, and the next day they lose all? They don't have any plan. So if you miss my financial principle class, go to the YouTube channel and then day one, the video you see day one, financial principle is there. Watch that. Now, a lot of people also rush into buying boats, robots. Yes. The truth of the matter is that robots are not better than us. We are better than robots. The only difference between we and robots is we feel we don't want to work. But we are dynamic and the robot is static. Okay, so when you want to start forex, don't put your head too much on robots. Another point is that most of the Telegram pages you see with informations, hypes, and all those stuffs, they're looking for followers. Okay, so if you make your decision, let's say you met DB Forex and you want to learn from DB Forex, then tomorrow you see Serene PDP, you want to learn from Serene PDP. Tomorrow you want to learn from Falcon. Tomorrow you join another Telegram page because they are giving free signals. Tomorrow you join another Telegram page because you felt they are making money. Then the next day, within a month, you have joined like 25 Telegram groups. Now, at the end of the day, you don't know which one to even focus on. You're going to lose in trading. You can't make it. Now, the funny thing is that you end up spending $100, $50, $100, paying all those people who you think they make it, and you want to make it quickly like them. They will take your $100, $50, then you come back to nothing again. You see? So when you made your mind, the logics are different. The approaches are different. Okay? I believe that is enough for preparations if you want to be a trader and do technical analysis. Now, it's all about technical analysis. Fundamental analysis is part of it because on Friday, I was already in a buy trade for gold before the fundamentals comes in. But I have an idea that the fundamentals will come. So I've done analysis, and then I have that bullish, what's the name? Prepare for that bullish move. And then I pick the pips I want. But if you don't know, for instance, someone bought, so someone sold, and then the news came, and that 5-minute long candle appeared. Unfortunately, if the person didn't manage his or her risk well, he will lose money. So that is the problem. I think that was gold. 20 somewhere here. Yeah, this small push up here. That's what gold has done that day. So the person was already in a sell, but forget about the fundamentals, and the fundamental took him by surprise. Okay, so for now, I think that's the information. Before I say you are very right, say my early stages was like that. Yes, my early stage was like that as well. You see, anybody who speak to you about success is the juicy aspect that you hear. I'm very serious. One of my friends asked me, why is it that traders don't post their losses? But many people too don't like the truth. 99% of the people, many people who learn from me, they are after the truth. So they are with me. Why are they with me? They are with me for us to build together. Those who don't like the truth, they will wait until I make $2, $3, $4 million. And they'll kind of be calling me boss. Then that time, I may not even have the time to teach you like I'm doing. And those who don't want the truth, they keep moving from one learner to another, one broker to another. So that is problems around technical analysis. Then equity, yeah, money. Now, before equity, one thing is leverage. Most of all the broker gives us high leverage, and we'll be running after that high leverage, which is not really good for trading, especially if market did not go in your direction. If it goes in your direction, that's a plus. But if it goes against you, it's a plus. It's a negative. If you have any issue about leverage, drop it in the chat box. Let me see. And the best leverage you think is good for trading, you can drop it in the chat. But if you have an idea, if you don't have an idea, I'll mention it before the class end. Okay. All right. So any other question quickly? I'm going to do my celebration. Any other question quickly, please? Okay. I don't know, but so let's see how today is Monday, how the week will be going for my favorite asset BTC. And this is the daily time frame structure. And we have a 2 points of 2 points of concentration here. Market breaking the white zone and coming to the 1675.00 or a little bit below. So based on how 4-hour time frame will work tomorrow, or close today and tomorrow, will give us our clear direction. But currently BTS, why BTC? Gold is consolidating on this zone. Okay. So even if you're expecting a bullish move, I'm expecting it to come below. It will somehow find a way to break to create this tiny thing that happened here. But if there is no real fundamental to push it down to this level, then we could expect some push up to 1766 area before it fits. Now, this is a fundamental analysis. Okay, so it is not really a major point of concentration. On a large scale formation, it has a major scale. Now, this nature of markets looks like before we expect a major move from this level to this level, we have a break of structure above or below. We have a break of structure above this whole area or below this area. Now, if you break it to the 1 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour time frame, a lot of traders will be getting some few opportunities. And then a lot of people are also expecting bullish momentum since this level, and it keep pushing down. I have learned that correction during the weekend, why we keep making that mistake. Well, all right, so over here, we have two fundamentals. Okay, fundamentals play a role here. And then the NFP couldn't play much role as we expected. And I think 5th July, we had a minor news. And after the independent, that's 4th July. Then 5th July, we had USD has been very, very strong against all assets. And the thing is, when you go to the screener, you will get that. And this zone was not able to hold the market. But then, based on what I even learned during the weekend, it was a reasonable sell actually. So let's be dynamic in the market and then be able to scope the market, and then please, another thing we have to concentrate on is the monthly time frames. Sometimes look at it, please. When you look at the monthly time frame, everything becomes sensible to you. And if you're looking at the monthly time frame, today is 11th of July, and you see that the month of June bring a lot of rejection, and then this whole month started on bearish. Now, multiple time frame analysis. If it's a monthly time frame that is regulating the market now or in charge of the market for gold, then what is the direction of gold? Means that this whole month we can expect a bearish move up to the 1683. 1683, which also means that the probability of gold coming to 1571 or 1550 is high, which also means that we can see gold at 1450 for all our levels of concentration. Okay, so one way or the other, if you're looking at a bullish move, you could be expecting it to be more or less like a correction. Yeah, a correction trade. So based on the monthly time frame, this zone I spotted here is only somehow validated on the daily time, 1 hour time frame, sorry, 4 hour time frame, and then daily time frame. If you are looking at the monthly time frame, then this is the valid point of concentration for us to see a major move or major correction. So please, if you want to make a decision, don't always stay on one chart thinking that that's all you are seeing. If you zoom out, you realize the market was coming from somewhere. The market was coming from 2006, gold was at 600. And then this year, it created its highest. Its highest, no, not its highest. 2019, gold got to that level. So that's 2020. And then this is a little bit below that level. So we had the first high gold created on 2011, September 01. Then at that point, it created low. And the next high was 2020, August 3rd. Then the current high was March 2022. So at this point, if you are looking at a zone, we have a tiny zone created here. Then this whole point from the previous high in 2019, 2011 has something to do, relational data with all these levels. So you can also say that these levels are just top hands on monthly time frame actually for the bearish move. So we can also be expecting gold to fall as low as 1400, which is still possible. So please don't always, anytime I want to look at the market chart, zoom out to see the general trend of the market. At least TradingView has given you from 2006. And then you can even draw a trend line. When you draw a trend line, you'll get some nice structure forming here. And that tells you that the bearish momentum for gold might just be starting, because if we use pattern formation, this is what? This is a double top. Most people see double top, but at the same time, a little of M. So if it's a little of M, where will it give us a correction from? Okay. So always look at the bigger time frames, make the decision through them to get the direction of the market. Now, if any of you were to look at how June candle has ended, I'm sure you would have focused on more sales. Myself, I'm just realizing that. That's shame on myself though, but and that's one advantage of learning. Each and every time you are learning, you have to discover something. Okay. So you can also teach someone at the end of the day, so you make money. All right. So BTC also did the same thing I was pushing. A lot of people are complaining. We also understand from gold. BTC and gold are almost in the same range as far as trading is concerned. So you don't expect it to just be going up, 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 up. So that's it. So probably for now, we'll be looking at 1600. in case it breaks the level of 1678. You're expecting 1600. That's also one way. You can use the whole number to determine support and resistance level at most points. All right, so that is it for gold. All right, so someone said I should explain more on leverage. Yeah, leverage sometimes is confusing, but then I'll get a time to check my grammar and then I'll try and explain it. So what goes on if you want to draw a trading strategy? Yeah, so drawing a trading strategy goes more than planning. Why do you want to trade? You understand the why, you should be able to draw a plan towards that why. You must also understand emotion goes into it. But the major aspect of planning in trading is risk management. So you understand risk management, you understand risk to reward ratio, not just on paper, but technically. The fact that you have $10,000, sorry, let me use $1,000. Currently, if I want to recommend equity to anybody to trade, I'll say $1,000. Because all the analysis I've done so far, $1,000 is beautiful to start trading. Why? Even if you are losing 10% a day, which is how much? Or 1% a day, which is $10. By the time you finish 100 trades or 100 days, you should be able to understand so many reasons why trade goes in your favor or trade didn't go in your favor. But if you are trading with $100, you can never get a lot size hardly at $1. You definitely have to use 2, 3, 4, 5% or 10%, which means that if you meet gold here and you hit your stop loss like 3 times, you are out of the market. I want to tell you that you didn't blow your account. I want to tell you that when that happens, you didn't blow your account. Okay, so one way or the other, if there is a means to redevelop ourselves and then manage our risk to reward ratio very well, I don't know, maybe one day I might share that secret video, that video on risk management and each strategy. So the trading strategy only concentrate on risk management, risk to reward ratio, which will prevent greed and other emotions. Now, when you work on greed, the other emotions will never come. So it still goes back to this, the statement I made earlier that how much is what's your number? Okay. I was watching a video on Facebook today. I learned that many rich people understand their numbers. So if you want to be rich, you understand your number. If you want to trade forex, understand your number. That number is your expenditure level. So if you are somebody who spends at least $500 a day, divided by 3. If you spend $100 a day, divided by 3, you get 33 point something dollars. So your stop loss should be more than 33 point something dollars. And when you do that, there is no way emotion will come in, because if you, let's say if you are spending $10 a day and you divide into 3, which is $3.3. If you lose $3.3, you wouldn't feel too bad. And if you win $9, you will not be too excited. Why? Because $9 is already less than how much you spend a day. But what if that strategy build your conceptual mindset towards trading and rebuild that positivity in your skills? How will you feel at the end of the day? Will you finish losing 10 accounts and burn your laptop? Those of you who have my number, you saw it. Someone burned the laptop because he lose a trade 10 times. And those people who actually do that, they lose $10, $20, $50. Yes. Those who lose $10,000, they don't burn their laptops. Okay, so please, the plan drives everything about you. How many hours do you want to trade a day? Are you looking at becoming a full-time trader and you want to start by 2, 3, 4 hours and grow it slowly? What asset do you want to look at? My case study is gold. I lost gold. I win gold. Gold messes up. Gold. Gold blow my account. Gold. I want to understand the dynamics of gold. So anytime you see me, I'm on gold. But most of us, because we did not plan, we are trading Euro USD. 2 minutes later, this one is not working. You are going to JPY, GBP, JPY. In fact, because of gold, I don't really know most of the asset is this, but that is the truth. Okay, so in your plan, what asset do you want to trade? What session do you want to trade? Do you want to trade the Asian market, the London market, the volatility time, which is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., where London market is prepared to close and New York market open where there's high volatility? Do you want to trade the New York system or the New York session, which is the rerun and the reversal point for the day? Now, if that is the point, it means that you are a trader by session. Are you going to look for break above or break below? Are you looking at the 50 maximum pips that you get from the Asian market? Now, this is not new. We treated it last week already. So it means that you wake up every day, you know that you are going to be with your laptop from 7 and see how the the Asian market closes. If it is above or below, then you project your analysis and trade the reversal. Or you are trading a London session to get your 40, 50 pips and you call it a day. Are you also looking at focusing on how the New York market, the London market and the New York market is coming to overlap each other and then you'll take the run? That's also, it means that you're going to stay in the market for 3 hours. So the time you are going to spend will also give you the activity plan, and it will limit your mental conflict towards the trading game. All right. So another thing you must also understand that is not needed for as far as planning is concerned, but 10,000 information you see on YouTube are for marketing purposes. Okay, you will see a video that will give you 1 hour on support and resistance, but that's not all. It always go with a link below to buy a package to learn. Please put that in your plan. That maybe I want to follow Kojo. Let me learn from Kojo until I get to a level where I can add my knowledge to it. Let it be in your plan. That's not needed in the plan, but that's why a lot of people, especially the young ones believe in hype to the extent that even if the thing is red, they still want to defend it that it's green. It is killing the youths. Okay, so if you are here, sorry if you are not a youth, but I learned the youthful age was extended to 45. So that is planning. Okay, so as I'm here from Friday, my review on trading is making me to redraw a different plan to suit the journey. So that is what the answer to your question or the question to your answer. All right, so any other add up? So we call it a night. Any other add up? And I believe you will not take a twist for anything I say because that is the truth. Lot size. Always know how much you want to lose and eat lot size before you open your MetaTrader. always know how much you want to lose or win before you open your MetaTrader. So that once you get that target, you discipline yourself and close the trade and come again. You can never make $1 million in a day. It's never possible. Every game has a rule. You follow the rule, you keep making the money. You don't follow the rule, you will give the money to the people who are already making the money. And I believe if you buy into this knowledge, this idea, you can also add up to the 10% successful traders the world is producing. So if there is no add up, I don't have anything to say. So the chat box is there. If you want to drop something, if you want to add up by speaking, you can raise up your hand. And then I'll call you so that you share your view, addition, subtraction, multiplication, every stuff.